channel. For this video, I will need the help of my boyfriend, Adam.
It's me.
So, welcome to my video.
Thank you for inviting me.
Are you excited?
I think. Well, what are we doing again? Remind me.
So, I have selected some Hungarian phrases and sayings and its English translation, and you will have to guess the meaning of the sentence and in what kind of scenario would we use it.
So when you say phrases, you're talking about like the English phrase of, oh, she's like dead fit, I wanna like give her a big stroke, like that.
I don't know. I don't think so. Like one that has like a second meaning to it, that you don't
like a little bit poetic.
That you don't take it literally.
Like this, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah,
like
kind
that.
of. Yeah, kind of like that. Something like that. So yeah, so as these sentences have like a second meaning to it and you don't have to take it literally, prepare yourself some really funny or really weird sentences. Ajándéklónak ne nézd a fogát. The English translation is, do not look at the tooth of the gift horse.
What the hell's a gift horse?
Well, a horse that someone gifted to you.
Who does that? Only my friends are down in Oxford give me such a majestic steed for my birthday. Like that.
Sure.
So if I was a rich man,
No.
posh man.
Obviously, it comes from those times when it was common to use horses as transportations. It was common to have them, sell them. So what is the meaning of this sentence, you think, and in what situation is it prepared to use?
Like, don't say anything bad about a gift because it was a gift. So you shouldn't like if your grandma gets you some socks, you're like, yeah, and grandma gives you socks for every Christmas. It's like, oh, don't say, oh, they're always smelly, shitty socks that grandma gives me. And you should just be polite.
Yeah, it's basically it. So it's 1 point for you.
Yeah.
It's not. It means like it is not appropriate to criticize or belittle the gift, even if you don't like it. Like, you know, if in the face of someone I gives you something and you're like, well, that's like really shit.
Got it.
Good. Bagoly mondja verébnek, hogy nagyfejű. Translation is, the owl tells the sparrow that her head is big.
The what? The owl?
Tells the sparrow, the bird, that her head is big.
How is that a saying though?
It is a saying.
But like use it in like a.
But then you know, that's what I'm saying. But someone could say like, oh well, the owl tells the sparrow that her head is big.
Like big head as in she's arrogant. Like she's up her own, like, I'm so posh and I'm better than everyone. Like somebody's just talked down to someone.
It's similar, it's not exactly.
That's the only thing I can think of.
So you give up?
Yeah, go on, tell me.
Blame your fault on someone else. A person reprimands someone who is more guilty than the one he is reprimanding.
Like, so telling someone off, even though
The
the person who's actually
telling off was the one who did the
bigger, worse thing, or yeah.
And because, like, you know, the size differences of the owl and the sparrow, and yet the owl tells the sparrow that your head is big.
But the owl isn't an animal that does things wrong in general, just because it's an owl.
But it fits the phrase. Minden lében kanál.
That means spoon. Kanál.
True. He is a spoon in all liquids.
He's very versatile, and in any situation, he can maneuver and impress people. So like,
Kind of, but no, it has a bit of like a negative
what?
saying to it.
like jack of all trades, master of none. It means you're okay at many different things, but you're not really good at any one of those things.
No, it's different.
But it sounds like a good thing. How is it a negative?
No, it means like someone is like gets involved in something that has nothing to do with it, but he wants to know, and then he, you know, like he's like in every situation and gets nosy,
And that nosy neighbor.
Yeah, I think in English it says, he has a finger in every pie.
But that can also be a good thing in English.
Really?
I like all the Hungarian like ones. This is very bad. He shouldn't have a finger in every pie. In English, that would be a compliment.
Well, why is that a compliment?
It's a compliment because it means that like, well, I would see that as like, if you have it depends.
Because you're nosy.
Well, you could use it. You could use it either negative or positive, but it's kind of neutral, depending on what you're talking about. If you have a finger in every pie, it could mean that like, oh, you know about, like if you're a business person, you could say, oh, like he has a finger in every pie, as in like he's doing social media, he's doing his business, he's doing this, and da-da-da. It means like you're really aware of many different facets of something, which is normally a positive. Unless it's like, yeah, that you're getting up in people's business, then it's a negative.
Yeah, the Hungarian phrase is more that, like it's a negative connotation of someone who is like gets involved and nosy and like wants to know everything.
It's more about the social side of it versus like being a entrepreneur, renaissance man who can do lots of different things well.
Átesett a ló túloldalára. He fell to the other side of the horse. What does it mean? What does it describe? No. Someone that I described, like he fell on the other side, to the other side of the horse. What kind of personality? What did he do?
Like if you were like a football hooligan, like going to matches, and then you then turn into like a very spiritual Zen hippie, then you've gone to the other side of the horse because you were one thing, and then you have like transitioned very sharply to a very to a different interest group or area of life that doesn't seem connected to the original.
Basically, from one extreme
to the other.
He switched to the opposite, very extreme.
That's a point. That's a point. I nailed that one.
Yeah. I mean, I guess football hooligan and I don't know, hippie master something.
They're not normally related.
Yeah. Good. I lost count, I think.
Means we'll put a thing on the
5.
screen.
Next one. Bottal üthetik a nyomát. His footprints can be beaten with a stick.
Don't beat him. His footprints can be beaten with a stick.
Beaten, yeah, with a stick.
Get rid of the evidence of the murder.
Not many murder mystery shows. What do you watch, right?
A lot.
Which one did they cover up with a stick?
Oh, this one. And there's many of them. Like he's so quiet that you'll never know he's there.
Good guess, but no.
Oh.
It means that he managed to escape.
Wait, what? Why was that?
Yeah, so he managed to escape, and then you can only find his footprints anymore because he's not there anymore.
But what's with the whole stick cleaning up?
Not cleaning up, you wanted to clean up.
No, I said it can be cleaned up with a stick.
No, we can reverse it, and I'm not gonna say. And I said his footprints can be beaten with a stick.
Well, beaten, cleaned up.
It basically means that he escaped. He's not there. He just left his footprints.
But why are you beating them up?
Well, he was in.
Why are you like punching footprints on the floor? What's wrong with you?
Well, because he escaped. He was.
So
let's say he was a prisoner.
Should have got him like that.
Let's say he was a prisoner, and you were guarding him.
You're so angry that he escaped.
Yeah, basically, I think something like that.
I would never have gotten that.
Ne igyál előre a medve bőrére. Do not drink in advance on the hide of the bear.
Because the bear is a dangerous animal. And if you drink on the bear, then at some point the bear is going to wake up and eat you. So what it means is that if there's someone or some situation that is bad, like you can already kind of tell that it's bad or someone is bad, you're having a nice drink with them, you're socializing, you're getting to know them, but you know that they're a bad person, they're gonna mess you up later down in the future. But you're deciding to still drink with them, even though you kind of get a bad feeling about this person or this bear. and then you still do it, and then in the future there's going to be consequences. Because all along
Close.
he was a bear.
Close, but not exactly what it means.
That's all my only guess.
Like, imagine back then, like they were like, I guess, going on a hunt, but they don't.
Like don't drink in advance of the bear hunt. Well, that changes things a little bit. So it's
How?
because you're doing something dangerous, and if you drink before, then you're probably not going to be able to shoot the bear very well, or the bear might eat you and get you. So maybe it's more about you should prepare well for a dangerous or like challenging or important situation.
You closer to it, still not 100%.
Oh, well, I don't know.
But it was closer. But it basically means like don't be happy about a success you haven't achieved yet.
Right, okay. But what's with the bear?
So I guess it's come from like that time when they were like, hunting, and like just don't rejoice for an event that didn't happen yet.
Because they haven't killed the bear
They
yet.
haven't killed the bear, but if you drink like in
so
beforehand,
the bear is
for
a
the bear,
pride.
yeah. Nem jó az ördögöt a falra festeni. It is not good to paint the devil on the wall.
I thought it looked really nice there. It's still paint. You don't think?
So, what is the situation where I could say, Adam, it is not good to paint the devil on the wall?
I think it's going to look really nice. No, it's just here. Don't have something not good for you very close. So like, if I was dating a psycho crazy lady, but then I'm like, hey baby, we've been together for 1 week. Come and move into my apartment. And she's like, oh, Adam, let's do it. And then she moves into the apartment like she's the devil and she's on my wall, aka my apartment. So I've like invited the devil in.
Mm-hmm.
But she's cray.
Could be, but not. Imagine it. These sayings that come from like older times. There were like no girlfriend situations.
Well, people didn't have girlfriends.
They just got married. Try to think more about like the devil represents something bad, and if you put it on the wall, you might
like a great picture.
You might summon it.
So you're you're asking for trouble because you're doing something that is gonna likely cause trouble?
Yeah, it's basically it's not good to mention an imaginary trouble.
Oh, but specifically
or danger. Yeah, that we are afraid of that hasn't happened yet. Because if you say it and you talk about it, then it will happen.
So the wall in this phrase is your mind, because it's about like imagination.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Nesze semmi, fogd meg jól. Here is nothing, hold it tight.
It's like a joke. Like, Henny, here's my iPhone. No, that is a joke. No iPhone for you. Like that.
Kind of.
That's all I can think of.
Kind of. It's like somebody was given much less than he expected.
Mm-hmm.
Someone promised to do something but didn't come through at the end. It's like, here is nothing. That's the all thing that you will get out of this.
Mm-hmm. So if I was like, oh, Dave was supposed to come over and build a shelf for me, and then I'd be like, Henny, guess what? I've got something to tell you about Dave. And you were like, what? And then I'd say, there's nothing, hold it tight. And then you go, really? Dave didn't build the shelf? Like that.
Yeah, it's more like the situation, not the person, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm supposed to get a shelf, and there is no shelf.
Yeah, that you were expecting something from someone.
I wanted a shelf.
You wanted, and he promised, and yet he didn't come, and you have nothing, so it's like... Más szemében a szálkát is meglátja, a magáéban a gerendát sem. He can see the splinter in others' eye, but cannot see even the beam in his own.
The bean?
Beam.
Beam.
Like
oh, maybe I think watch this. So it's like someone who's really good at seeing problems in other people, but then they're messed up themselves.
Yeah, for his own faults, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tele van a hócipője. Someone's snow boots are full.
Always happens with snow boots, goddammit.
Someone is like, or even
Like
could be mine.
they're frustrated with like their patience. Like,
Yeah.
they have no patience.
It's like,
I only
enough.
got it because you went and I'm like, what does that mean? Oh yeah, it's when Henny gets angry. Yeah. Frustrated.
And they go,
You go,
Akinek nem inge, ne vegye magára. If it is not one's shirt, one should not put it on.
If it's got nothing to do with you, stay the fuck out.
Yeah, basically, but it's more like a critic. If I make a remark, a negative remark,
It's
but
got
it
nothing to do with
doesn't,
you.
yeah, it has nothing to do with you, then you
That's
should
it
not.
then.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stay out my fucking business.
So which one was your favorite Hungarian phrase?
I like the horse one and the devil one. I like both of them.
You choose one.
Maybe the horse one.
So the horse one was he fell to the other side of the horse, so he switched from one extreme to the other extreme. Why?
Because I could see like how I could use that in English and it would still make a lot of sense. Like I think you could say that to someone in England and they would basically get what you were trying to say. Even though horses are not like, I mean horses are everywhere in England, but
But not the gift horse.
yeah, because what the hell's a gift? Like, no, never gives horses except Sally in Oxford on my 59th birthday.
Terrible.
Doesn't happen very often in Manchester.
So hope you have learned some useful phrases and enjoyed the video. If yes, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out the very cool videos on Adam's channel.
And react videos where I show you really weird music videos that made you question things.
Just
Life, everything, octopuses coming out of eyes, you know, that kind of thing.
So I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye bye.